Dry shampoo's not. Anyway, does anyone else consider dry shampoo a must-have, like in your day-to-day activities? Because I obviously didn't use enough today, so just ignore my greasy hair.
Girl, it looks good.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, hello. Welcome to Did She Just... Mm-hmm.
Did she just say that? Well, earlier I said, did I just say that?
We're doing great. Episode 1. You are going through the nitty-gritty with us.
Yeah. I'm just kind of shaking right now. I don't know. Why am I nervous? It's fine. So, yeah, we are talking about self-love and self-care today. And February is a big month. It's a month of relationships. So, yeah, you're going to get a little bit of every perspective of the relationships that you have in your life. Some may register with you a little bit more than others, but, yeah.
We're going to talk about it all. Or we're going to try to anyways.
Yeah. So for today, takeaways are just hoping that you register with something that we say today, that or you hear something new and you're like, oh, did not think of that, or how can I take that, information and maybe incorporate it in my life? Just something little tidbits that we do. We want to learn from you as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So why do you think this matters?
I don't know. You want to tell them who you are first?
Oh, yeah. I'm Ashley. Ashley Williams. Legally, it says Oberberg, but that's fine. You might see me as both. Look how vulnerable that is.
Right out of the gate. I love it.
Yeah, out of the gate. Ashley Williams, though. But yeah, I'm from Central Kentucky. Met this one. Gosh, it's been 10 years. 9, 10. Maybe more than that.
10.
I don't know, 10 years. Through mutual friends. And we have just developed and blossomed a relationship. And she is my girl.
Divorce.
Through divorce. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you?
Right now, I'm Chesson. My name's Chesson, and I am from West Virginia, but I have been in Kentucky for 20 years. And yeah.
17 for me. I'm actually a Hoosier now. I know. It's fine. It's my second year as being a Hoosier. But yeah. So
Moving on.
Moving on. We are going to release episodes every Wednesday. And again, it'll be a little bit of different subject, but relationships in general. So, but yeah, definitely comment, interact with us. We're on Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah.
All of it is, did she just say that? And you'll see our faces. So find us, follow us, talk with us, give us your opinions, advice, what you think, feedback, all the things.
Yeah. So let's jump in.
All right, let's do it.
So talking about self-love and self-care, Chess, how did that look to you when you were younger? What did that mean to you?
So what we didn't say was our ages. I know you're never supposed to ask a woman, but I'm 43.
Yeah.
And so I'm also a mom of 4. And my younger self-care was getting my nails done, having the right makeup, all of the lotions from Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works.
Yes. Juniper Breeze.
On a good, if you had a really good paycheck, you get a pedicure. And that was it.
Yeah.
There was no drinking water, any of that kind of stuff. And self-love, real and raw, don't know that I knew what it was.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know that as an adult I fully grasp it, but so Ashley, again, 38. I'm 38. I really have to do the math sometimes because after 34, 35, I forgot. So 38. I'm single. No kids, battled infertility. It's some, earlier on. But yeah, just, that's who I am. We're embracing that.
Yeah.
And so the younger version of myself with self-love and self-care, I played sports. So I'm showering after volleyball practice and, working out, whatever that looked like at working out at that age. But yeah, we ate lard and fried food, and I may have had a green vegetable every now and then. But yeah, self-care and self-love was just not even in the forefront.
Well, and part of that, I personally think they're kind of buzz trendy words right now, and they're important.
Right.
And when the buzzwords aren't attached to them, they're very important, like not trying to downplay that, but it just wasn't something that was really talked about or taught a whole lot, or maybe not as much
Sure.
as it is now. There wasn't also there wasn't social media.
Right.
So if it wasn't someone talking to
Telling,
you
yeah.
about, then you really didn't.
Yeah. And I think too, like, I even catch myself on social media going, oh, I never, that's new. Like, I don't know, facials, I didn't know about that until I was older.
Right.
Um,
Same.
but then there's the comparison. Oh, they are doing this, this, and this, and this. And, the self-care aspect, there's financials that go into pedicure, manicure, all hair, all the things. And so the comparison factors there. And so it can be hard, but I really want us, another takeaway is our self-care is going to look different.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so looking at social media, that's fine. And I'm embracing everything that people are doing for themselves, but they may not be for you. And that's okay. So, yeah.
There are days that my self-care is that I got to brush my teeth and my hair.
Yeah. That's COVID days, girl.
Before before the kids get up. Or, okay, so Ashley was here this morning.
Oh, well, yeah.
How many kids came in the bathroom just while I was washing my face?
Mom. And she handled it very well, but I was like, can the woman just wash her face for a second? Like, but yeah. And that's your day.
Yeah, well, and when you get to do it when it's quiet, it's like, okay, that's a form of self-care for today.
Yes.
So it always looks different. And it's going to change even now in my 40s to what it looked like in my 30s.
Yeah.
My creams look different than they did.
A little more collagen in those creams now.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Yes. So what are some funny fails? Give me, what are the tricks and tips that you've tried before? Or
Okay. Okay. I'm also divorced, and my ex-husband and I get along great. I'm sure it'll be talked about in one of these episodes, but when we were married, it was whenever I was younger, you tweezed those eyebrows. They were thin. They're not so much like that anymore, right?
Right.
So, but mine were still they're holy. Jesus made my eyebrows holy. So my ex-husband was like, he got me a really nice gift, and it was for me to get my eyebrows done. It was a Groupon.
Oh, Groupon.
I didn't know that at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I go, and I'm there for 6 hours. This lady could not get my skin to numb.
Yeah.
And she kept saying, I've never had this happen before. And I'm like, what are we about to do? So I stayed. I literally, childbirth was easier. Like, I was bleeding. It was a disaster. There's one streak of that tattoo or whatever she did to my face that's still left
there
in my eyebrows to this day. When I got home, he was like, how was it? And I'm like, well. And I told him, he was like, well, I got it off a Groupon. I'm like, that would have been good to know before I went.
Do not buy your girl a Groupon eyebrow, whatever, majigger, whatever it was, appointment.
Let's use Groupon for other things like that. So that was, that's the first one that came to mind. How about yours?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I feel like I get made fun of when I go to the nail salon because my nail beds are so small. I don't know if it's a funny fail.
I didn't know that.
I have very small nail beds.
You always have had.
I always have them done, and it's an insecurity. That is why I keep my nails done. Is because I am self-conscious of my nails.
Really?
Yeah, and so I put it in my budget. I'm like, I am putting this line in my budget to get my nails done.
Okay.
So, but my nail beds are so small, but they just look better. So
they look fabulous.
Thank you. Is that a fail? I was born with that.
I don't think it's a fail.
Okay, well,
I think it's how God made you.
I don't know. Dry shampoo. That was my fail today. Dry shampoo. That's my fail.
That has been our conversation all morning.
Yeah.
Speaking
she's going to help me.
It's fine. I got you.
Yeah. Try to look cute for y'all.
Look at me. Perfect.
Okay.
You got this.
All right.
All right. Where are we at?
Self-care equals maintenance. What do you think about that?
It is maintenance. But some of it, like, you have to, like.
Sure.
And self-care, it's not just for women. Self-care is for men and women. And
Shout out to the men that are listening.
Yeah. And of course it looks different, but it looks different for every woman too. So I do believe that it's maintenance.
Absolutely.
And everybody's maintenance is different.
It is. Some have better maintenance than others.
Yeah, and some are just like those beautiful women that don't have to wear makeup and look
Yeah.
absolutely stunning.
Stunning. Mm-hmm.
Bravo.
Yeah. Yes. As we.
I need some stuff.
Yeah.
And don't know that I need it. I want it.
You want it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's fair.
I want it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna start breaking this song. Love it.
Kidding.
And
self-love.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
That's identity.
Mm-hmm.
And how you treat yourself.
Yes.
And maintenance probably comes easier.
Mm-hmm.
The self-care comes easier. The vitamins, you research what to get, what your body needs, what nutrition you're missing, what you're lacking. Self-love, that's inner work. Self-care, and self-care is also inner work, but self-love is, it's all inner. Like, how do you talk to yourself? How do you treat yourself? What do you do to take care of your inner self? Yeah.
We always have that voice. What do we tell ourselves?
Which one's the loudest?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, transparency moment, vulnerability, that statement, self-love is identity and how you treat yourself. Like, just kind of was mind-blowing when we put this in perspective. Like, because self-love to me is, I think of self-love, and I don't think about everything that goes into that. And it is what you listen to, it's what you watch, it's what you if you think about it day to day, what are you feeding yourself?
Yeah.
Is how you will reflect how you see yourself.
Who are you letting speak into you?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was just a really big eye opener for me. So yeah, just from at 38 years old, like so
when we were putting this together earlier, so as some of the things were being said, as I was typing it in my phone, it was one thing. Then Ashley's reading it out loud, and I was like, "Oh, we have to talk about that."
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the feeding into the self-love piece. So, I will ask, and you all think, like, when we ask questions, please feel free to comment, post, and that kind of thing. But, think about, how do you speak to yourself? Sis, how do you speak to yourself?
It depends. If I'm in the right state of mind, as far as, like, I've done the things. So my mornings start pretty early with a cup of coffee, my Bible, my journal. And I know it is before my kids wake up. I have to have that time to get settled, to be in the Word, to pray, whatever it is. But I have to have that time because I do not know what the day is going to entail. But since I have been doing that, I do speak kinder to myself. And I speak kinder to everyone else too. That's part of the self-love. It doesn't just reflect you. It also goes into your relationships. And there's no way that it can't. The healthier you are, what is it? Hurt people hurt people. Well, healthy people are uplifting. They're helpful. There's so many things to it. But if that's the first thing, and I really try to make that a non-negotiable. One of my anchors, as I call them.
I love that.
But the way that I speak to myself sometimes reflects how I'm feeling. If I'm dealing with an insecurity, that can cause a trigger to where then there's that voice, and do I allow it to keep speaking into me, or I'm like, hold on, that's just a trigger. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, and I think too, and probably someone needs to hear this, but self-love is not selfish.
No.
Because we sometimes feel like, and I say we, and I'm speaking for myself, when I'm focusing on self-love, I'm like, it's me. But remembering that all the things that you kind of said, like, and filling your cup up so you can pour into other cups.
That's what we're called to do.
For sure.
Can't do it from an empty cup.
Yes. And so self-love for me is, there are times where I'm like, I have to stop myself and go, that's not, I'm not going to keep saying that to myself, because they're repetitive words at times. Or so what I've been doing, and I've just kind of started this recently, is I will go to my mirror and I will take a little dry erase marker, and I will write something positive for myself. And it's different depending on kind of what's going on. So, I know I keep talking about my dry shampoo and how, silly that is, but it's like, like my hair doesn't define my beauty.
Right.
And so I do try to focus a little more on inner work than so much physical beauty. But yeah, I'll make a little thing to myself and say, you are enough, or, love people, be kind. Just reminders throughout the day, because I know that if I start off my foot with something positive, it's going to carry. And so I just really try to focus on reminders to myself, gratitude stuff.
When you were talking about you focus more on inner care than or love than your beauty. When your insides are pretty, it makes your outsides pretty.
Say it again, sister. Say that again.
Yeah, when your insides are pure and healthy, or pure and kind and loving, it exudes out of you into outer beauty. There's no...
It's a light.
It is a light.
And it attracts people. And so, we'll get into the friendship stuff, I know, later on.
Yeah.
But thinking through, what you're attracting, friendships, what you're attracting. The law of attraction is, to me, real and true. And so, But you can also attract the bad.
Yeah.
Talk to yourself nasty, and your outward appearance is nasty. You pull in those people, too. So it all starts with, how do you talk to yourself?
Yeah. And I think boundaries...
Oh, yeah.
Is part of self-love.
Yeah.
Because you have to have boundaries to respect yourself. Are you making others honor your boundaries?
I just got a little pit in my stomach. Because, we talk a whole lot about stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to respect, my boundaries with other people. But, setting those boundaries and sticking to those boundaries, very important.
Do you make boundaries clear to the people in your life?
I think I do. And then when the boundary is broken, I have to go, maybe I need to say it. I need to be clear in what I'm saying. And so I have, with one person in particular, I have had to verbally say, I will not be, this is where we draw the line. Because...
That's good.
Yeah. It's hard. It's so hard. But yes. But...
When your boundaries are disrespected, when someone pushes that boundary, do you then, for me, I will go inward. I allowed them to cross that boundary. I must be bad. I must not be strong enough. But it's also a respect thing.
Yeah.
Did they not have enough respect for you to respect that boundary? And yes, of course, you have to self-reflect and say, why did I not put my foot down? How do I handle that differently? But that's also, who are you letting in your life? People that are constantly disrespecting your boundaries and seeing how far they can push. What do you do with that?
And let's be real. I really feel that when we're in that, that kind of situation where we've laid a boundary out, it's been broken. A lot of times we go, oh no, you didn't, I can't believe you did that. But maybe we should ask the question, was I clear with my communication? Am I setting the boundary? Am I sticking to the boundary? And I always think, you can't control other people, but what can you do for the next time for that boundary to be established and not broken?
And this isn't just in romantic relationships. This is in friendship, parenting, family. And I feel like sometimes family boundaries are the hardest.
Yeah. Because you've allowed that so long. How many years even with this family?
Your whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, your family's your whole life.
Exactly.
Not your chosen family.
Right.
Your given family.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a book, and it's called Boundaries. And one of it sticks out so clear and loud. And I probably read this 13, 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about like a fence and your grass and your fence, and kind of like it really builds it up like the little
Mm-hmm.
white picket fence, da 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 da. And those are your boundaries.
Right.
And do you let people get into your gate?
They mess their yard up.
Right? Don't be messing up my grass.
Don't be zigzagging my grass lines.
Right.
Yeah.
I like horizontal
What's it called?
lines.
Boundaries?
Boundaries.
Okay, well, that's simple enough.
Mm-hmm.
But
and there's different versions of it, but
Mhm.
the original one is just boundaries. It's good.
Yeah.
It will step on your toes and make you uncomfortable, but it definitely helps a lot.
Yep. I love that.
What about this little quote? Self-love without self-care is empty.
Let me think on that one. Self-love without self-care. Yeah. They go hand. They go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And even though one might be a little bit, we might focus on one more than the other. But when both of those are flowing and there's focus on both, those two things will.
They align.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it might be a season where you're doing more of one at one time than the other, but as you get more of a rhythm, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme.
You're musical today.
What is it?
You're musical today. I love it.
Well,
I love it. We're gonna dance. We're gonna have a dance party after this.
Say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
So what about barriers, right? Because there will always be something that will stand in front of us. Yeah. There's guilt.
One of my big ones is motherhood. I'm a mom that's single, and my kids, like, they come first. But I also know if I'm not healthy, I'm not healthy for them either. They feel it, and so I mean, there are times. My youngest is 11, so they're all a bit older now. I mean, it looks different. It's a different season right now.
Right.
Right now, I'm like, listen, I need 10 minutes. Everybody find something that you can do that's going to keep you entertained. And I'll go lock myself in the bathroom. And with, maybe I just need to listen to music to calm down or have a cup of tea, take a bath, whatever it is. But, and again, they're at an age now where I can do that. And when they're at their dad's, then that looks different for me. I can do more of that kind of stuff. And I probably, towards the end of the week, I'm a little more worn down because the self-care is not as much. But then I have that boost to where I can do it a little bit more. But motherhood can make you lose your identity. There's just, and there's so many different things in life that can make you lose your identity. In the last 5 years, I have found myself more times than I would like to admit saying, who am I? What do I enjoy? Who's Chesson? And a lot of time spent, what did I used to enjoy? Do I still enjoy that? Well, what makes me laugh? Let's try that. Is it still a thing? And being open to trying new things. Yeah. When you get older, sometimes it's a little intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's an excitement about it, too. And just putting yourself out there to try it, to find what those things are. So you are doing things for yourself. And I'm telling you, my kids know when I am taking care of myself, when things are hard. And my oldest is 19, and he has flat out told me, Mom, you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And as he's gotten older, our relationship has obviously changed. And he's like, Mom, I could tell when you were stretched too thin. And he was like, it wasn't, but I was quicker to get angry. I was quicker to not be able to, do everything that needed to be done because I was just exhausted inside and out.
Yeah.
So motherhood was a big one for me.
Well, then too, I think about the moms that become empty nesters. They go, I know we talk, like, one question I hear a lot is, who's that person I'm married to? But also, who am I? After divorce, I know for me, being a stepmom, taking every other week, I had 2 boys, and going back and forth from I'm responsible for kids, I'm not responsible for them, back and forth. And then the divorce happened and going, I went from a family of 4 to a family of 1. Yeah. And that was just a big transition for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, busyness is one of
Oh.
the one. Yeah,
Yep.
that stands out to me because I know when I run myself thin, I start reacting versus responding.
That's huge.
Yeah, because I'm not in my, I am, the candle is burning here and here, and it is getting shorter and shorter, and I am a point where I'm like, I've got to say no. I've got to start saying no to certain things. And so, hear that about me a lot.
You do so good with that, though. You'll say, I need to stay home in the evening. I've got to slow down.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'll feel guilty for saying no.
I love when you
feel guilty for Tuesday. I'm like, I really want to go to that, but I'm like, I've got to figure out my.
I feel guilty.
I know. But yeah, lack of support, burnout, feeling unworthy, trauma history.
That was what I wanted.
Trauma history.
That wasn't a word that was always talked about either. Was it for you when you were growing up?
No. The first time it was mentioned was in therapy.
Okay.
When I would hear, well, what happened to you at this age? And I would be like, what does that have to do with anything? Mm-hmm. And then she'd say, that moment between 8 and 9 years old has carried, that is the way you see things. And so I heard the word trauma. There's trauma, or there's trauma bonding, or there's, so a little more familiar with it now, but growing up, did you hear that word?
Oh.
Yeah.
I lost my dad at 5.
Yeah.
And we still, trauma was not a word that, it was like, oh. But trauma was not brought into that until I was older, and therapy and that kind of stuff. And generational history, we'll call it for now, that can be a barrier. But the trauma thing, you
understand it, right? The more you can understand your childhood,
and it may even be trauma from your adulthood. I mean,
absolutely, but call it out.
Most of the root is going to go back to something that started maybe in a very younger age that went into adulthood, and it's layers of trauma.
Yeah, but I think if you can dig into that and understand the why and where the rooted reason is, it will help you understand how you can love yourself better and how you can treat yourself better.
So the takeaway in that is, if you haven't done therapy, find a good therapist. And the first one that you talk to may not be the best one, and that's okay. But keep searching until you find the right one, so that barrier is no longer there. I mean, there were things today that we had on our list that we were going to talk about, and I was like, I know why that was there.
Hold on.
Do we have to go there? Do we have to talk about that?
But with our podcast, we, I know we talk a lot about certain things, but we want to also challenge you. So with that being said, what are some things that you can share with us, with other listeners, that you've been doing that have been just fantastic things for self-love, self-care?
Books that you've read.
Yes. Yeah.
Podcasts that you listen to.
Yeah, if you want to give us a shout out, that's fine too. But that's one question.
Yeah.
To think about.
What is one commitment that you can hold yourself accountable to do this week? And it can be self-love or self-care.
It can be simple.
Very simple. Just one little thing that the whole time you've been listening to us ramble and talk and share probably popped in your head more than once. Try it just one time this week.
Yeah.
And if it felt right or it eased stress, try it one more time.
Yeah.
And just see, it doesn't take long to make new rhythms in your life.
Changes.
So
rhythms, I like that.
Yeah.
Get a
new rhythm.
And then, either way you want to look at it, what is one way you're going to speak to yourself in kindness this week? Maybe it is something, I love the idea of the mirror thing, that's simple. Or your kids or your family. I mean, it's one little simple thing that I learned, I think through therapy, honestly.
I always keep a little index card with the armor of God and my visor in my car.
Yes. Sticky notes. Place those places, throughout.
Yeah.
Speak to yourself kind. It's a game changer.
On your phone, on your screen. you can do your own little picture or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Change it every week to where it's
Yeah.
something kind, or if it's not an app that you can download that
I
does
would say
that.
I have an app that
Mhm.
tells me things,
Mhm.
and I'm like, thank you. Like, it just goes so far. It's something telling you,
Mhm.
but you also need to remind yourself.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but we do February again is all relationship based.
Every Wednesday
Every Wednesday
is when we'll drop an episode.
Mhm.
We're gonna have some talk about romantic relationships, and then friendships, and maybe a little surprise.
Yeah.
We really want to gather some of your all's questions and your thoughts and stuff like that, and wrap up the month of February. So make sure that you're comment below. Join our groups on any outlet: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
And if you're not comfortable commenting, private message us. You can on our actual podcast, or like the Facebook Messenger or whatever.
Yeah.
Or just reach out to us. But we want to hear from you. You all are going to help us create some stuff. So.
Yep.
And just remember, you always have a
seat at our table.
All right. Hey,
Thanks,
first
guys.
one.
We're
First one. And a good 5.
You're welcome.
Is my hair better? I don't know. I'm still thinking about
There's
it.
like this huge looping. I'm kidding.